Hi everyone. Here we go with one of my favorite stories, the rainbow fish. I bet it's one of your favorite stories too. The rainbow fish. A long way out in the deep blue sea there lived a fish. Not just an ordinary fish, but the most beautiful fish in the entire ocean. His scales were every shade of blue and green and purple, with sparkling silver scales among them. The other fish were amazed at his beauty. They called him Rainbow Fish. "Come on, Rainbow Fish," they would call. "Come and play with us." But the Rainbow Fish would just glide past, proud and silent, letting his scales shimmer. One day, a little blue fish followed after him. "Rainbow Fish," he called, "wait for me. Please give me one of your shiny scales. They are so wonderful, and you have so many." "You want me to give you one of my special scales? Who do you think you are?" said the Rainbow Fish. "Get away from me." That wasn't very nice, was it? Shocked, the little blue fish swam away. He was so upset he told all his friends what had happened. From then on, no one would have anything to do with the Rainbow Fish. They turned away when he swam by. What good were the dazzling, shimmering scales with no one to admire them? Now he was the loneliest fish in the entire ocean. One day he poured out his troubles to the starfish. "I really am beautiful. Why doesn't anybody like me?" "I can't answer that for you," said the starfish. "But if you go beyond the coral reef to a deep cave, you'll find the wise octopus. Maybe she can help you." Well, the Rainbow Fish found the cave. It was very dark inside, and he couldn't see anything. Then suddenly 2 eyes caught him in their glare, and the octopus emerged from the darkness. "I have been waiting for you," said the octopus. "The waves have told me your story, and this is my advice. Give a glittering scale to each of the other fish. You will no longer be the most beautiful fish in the sea, but you will discover how to be happy." I can't, the Rainbow Fish started to say, but the octopus had already disappeared into a dark cloud of ink. "Give away my scales? My beautiful shining scales? Never! How could I ever be happy without them?" Suddenly, he felt the light touch of a fin. The little blue fish was back. "Rainbow Fish, please don't be angry. I just want one little scale." The Rainbow Fish, "Well, only one very small, shimmery scale." He thought, "Well, maybe I wouldn't miss just one." Carefully, the Rainbow Fish pulled out the smallest scale and gave it to the little fish. Thank you very much," the little blue fish bubbled playfully as he tucked the shiny scale in among his blue ones. A rather peculiar feeling came over the Rainbow Fish. For a long time, he watched the little blue fish swim back and forth with his new glittering scale in the water. Well, the little blue fish whizzed through the ocean with his scale flashing. So it didn't take long before the Rainbow Fish was surrounded by the other fish. Everyone wanted a glittering scale. The Rainbow Fish shared his scales left and right, and the more he gave away, the more delighted he became. When the water around him filled with glimmering scales, he at last felt at home among the other fish. Finally, the Rainbow Fish had only one shining scale left. His most prized possession had been given away, yet he was very happy. "Come on, Rainbow Fish," they called. "Come and play with us." "Here I come," said the Rainbow Fish, and happy as a splash, he swam off to join his friends. What a wonderful story. Alrighty, here we go for our art project. Hi everyone. Okay, here we go for our bubble prints. Now what you'll need is a bucket, and I filled this bucket probably about 3/4 of the way with some water, and then I put some dish detergent inside. You're going to need 2 straws, some gloves, and some food coloring, and a piece of paper. So the first thing you want to do is put your straws together. So what I did is I just take it and I pinch it just a little bit and I put it in like that. Just like that. And then I put my straw in the bucket. And then this is the part that your parents or whoever's doing this with you is going to want to help. You don't have to use gloves because you're using food coloring, but if you do get it on your hands, it's probably not going to come off immediately. So I put some gloves on. And then this is where you will start to blow. Now, when you go to blow, if you start to feel dizzy at all, you want to stop if you start to cough. And the first thing you want to do is make sure that you're blowing out. So put your hand there before you, you can put your hand there because your parents will have the glove on. Go like this. And if you feel air coming onto your hand, then you know that you will be blowing out. You don't want to suck in. Not that it would hurt you to suck in a little bit of dish detergent, but you want to be blowing. So then you're going to blow. Take a breath and blow. As you see, I put a towel underneath because I'm going to let it spill and do some big bubbles. Oh boy, here they come. And I like to do this in stages, one color at a time. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the blue food coloring and I'm not going to squirt it in. I'm just going to lightly kind of float it on the top. So I just lightly float it on the top. I'm going to take my paper and I'm going to go like that. Wait till you see what it looks like. It's gorgeous. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, so now I'm going to do the next color. I'm going to blow it again. Now if you want to do a bunch of colors at a time, you can, but I like to do one at a time. So I'm going to add some yellow. And what do blue and yellow make? Blue and yellow are primary colors. If they mix together, they make... Who said it? Who said that? Did you say that? You're right. You might see some green. So there's the blue and the yellow. And now I'm going to add in a little red. Okay, here we go. Here's some red. And what do yellow and red make? Orange. So I'm going to take my bubble prints and now I'm going to dry them for a minute and then I'm going to come back and do something with them in just a minute. Okie dokie. And if you want to do more than one, now's the time while you have it all out. Just do a whole bunch of them so you'll have more paper to play with afterwards. Okay, see you in a minute. Hi everyone. So my bubble print is dry now. And now I'm going to go back in and add some things to it. And I'm going to use some oil pastels, but you can use markers or crayons or whatever you would like to use. And the first thing I think that I will add is a little bit of sand. Now, it can be kind of realistic, it can be fantasy, if you want your sand to be pink or anything you want. You can do whatever you want because it's your drawing. Maybe I'll even start by adding some seaweed and then we can put coral. So that's why it's fun to do a bunch of them, so later on you can just keep on going. So maybe you even want to have a treasure chest. Three-dimensional treasure chest. Now I'll have to make sure I put some gold in it or something. I can do that after. I can plug in the, put some glue on there and add some treasure all in there. And maybe I want to put my rainbow fish or any kind of a fish here. So for a fish, actually, when you go to draw a fish, think of it in terms of a big, huge oval, and then a triangle, right? And then a triangle for the mouth. And then you'd go like that, and scales would be like this. Okay, maybe I'll put some lines on the end like that. Maybe I'll put an eye. I put a little white first, and then I do the black. It'll show up more. And then I can just add all sorts of fun colors into my rainbow fish. And if you even have some glitter, you could add glitter on your rainbow fish. What colors would you like? Purple. Gotta add a little purple in there. Purple down there. A little bit of more yellow. Here's a pretty teal green. I'll put a little pretty teal green there. I'll add another little scale. Okay, so there's one fish, and maybe I want to make some other fish, or maybe you want to have an octopus or starfish or seahorse. Anything you want. Make this a special picture with your rainbow fish and all his friends. Alrighty, can't wait to see them. Love you, love you.